Good morning, everybody. The Rev here. It's time for a cup of coffee with Jesus. Thanks for stopping by this morning. Wow. I just realized this chair is like down so low. I feel like a little kid sitting at the big table. I hope you're doing well this morning. Yeah, I got up this morning, was reading a little in the Word, and I love the Proverbs and the Psalms. They're just so good. Proverbs teaches you basically how you should treat your fellow man, and a lot of the Psalms like what your relationship with the Father should be like. And but I read something to this today in Proverbs 12:20. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but counselors of peace have joy. So this in I think this is the New American Standard today. No, this is the New King James. Uh, but in the King James, it says those who imagine evil. So deceit is in the heart of those who devise or imagine evil. So the Lord is talking about when you're thinking about that evil thing, when you're just imagining it, when you're devising it in your mind. That is an incredible thing. So it's like that leads to deceit is when you're imagining those things, devising how. One of the things that came to my mind is like, I don't do it as much as I used to, but it's like when you have those conversations in your head, imaginary conversations. If they say this, I'm going to say that. If they say this, I'm going to rebut it with this. If they say these things, I'm going to wordsmith my way out of it with this. That's deceitful, because that's devising evil in your mind, in your imagination. Yeah. It's not saying that you can't have your thoughts laid out, but it says deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil or imagine evil. But counselors of peace have joy. And peace isn't like just swallowing all your words that you need to say. That's not peace. There's a difference between peacekeepers and peacemakers. Peacemakers say, like, I will own everything that's my part. I will own my part. I'm not going to own your part because that's being a peacekeeper. I'm just going to do everything possible to keep the peace because, and that's not really even true peace. That's just appeasement. Yeah, there's a difference between peace and appeasement. So the counselors of peace have joy. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil or imagine evil. So if you're imagining those things that you could do to somebody, say to somebody, those are the vain imaginations that Paul says to take captive to the obedience of Christ. Yeah, that's in the WWJD. What would Jesus do? What would Jesus say? What would Jesus imagine? We could have all kinds of WW. What would Jesus not do, but what would he say? How would he react? What would he imagine? What would he devise? Yeah. Not just do, but what would Jesus devise? Because he's a counselor of peace, and because he had peace, he was joyful towards others. There's a difference between being happy and being joyful. Happy comes from something. Joy comes from in here. If you're joyful, nobody can get it. Circumstances can happen outside of that, but nobody can get your peace. Nobody can get your joy. Because it says counselors of peace have joy. I hope you guys have a great day today. If you're in Oklahoma, stay cool. Whew. It's going to be a scorcher, they say today. 4th of July is coming up. Independence Day, where we get to celebrate the independence of our country, where we can do this, where we can speak the word without any fear. Yeah, it's amazing. I love you guys. As always, I love you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you could do about it. Have a great day. Not devising evil or imagining evil, but be a counselor of peace so you have joy. See you soon. Goodbye.